Good morning everybody, and welcome to this what I eat in a day video. You've just seen me preparing my breakfast there. Just while my porridge is cooking away on the stove, I just thought I'd talk you guys through why I've added some of the things to my breakfast. I'm not a nutritionist, not qualified to give any nutritional information. These are just things that I've read up on and I think are good and healthy for my body. In my breakfast, I've got half a cup of jumbo oats, and then I top them with some chia seeds. Now, chia seeds are packed with antioxidants, fiber and protein. So they're an excellent topper. You can put them on salads, breakfast, whatever you want. You can't really taste them, but for something so small, they're actually very nutrient dense. I also added these hemp seeds. Again, these are the same kind of thing really, although I believe these also have a really good source of omega-3 or 6, which is the one that's hard to get. 3 or 6, I think 3. It has both, but it's a really good source of the one that's harder to get, which I think is omega-3. Pumpkin seeds, these are really high in protein. For anybody who follows a vegan diet, pumpkin seeds are a really easy thing to add to meals to make them more protein dense. If you look at the amount of protein for pumpkin seeds, it's really high. I've also got some cacao nibs, again antioxidants in cacao nibs, and also it gives it a very slightly kind of chocolatey taste, which I really like. Walnuts are really nice and filling, so that's going to help me stay filled up until lunchtime. And Brazil nuts. If you've got an underactive thyroid like I do, they recommend 3 Brazil nuts a day because of the selenium in them. So I'm going to go and check my porridge now and show you what I put on as a topping. So my porridge is ready. Looks quite thick, so what I'm going to do is add a little bit more of this Oatly barista milk on top, just for a tiny bit of sweetness, the lightest drizzle of maple syrup, in here I've got my apple which I covered in cinnamon and I just chucked it in the microwave, so I'm going to pour that on top. I've got this cashew butter. I usually like to have the hazelnut one, but they didn't have it, so just a little bit, like half a teaspoon of that, just adds in a nice bit of nut butter flavour, and of course it's got some good protein in there as well. And then on the top I like to add in some yoghurt. Again, this isn't the yoghurt I normally get. I normally get coconut collaborative, raspberry or blueberry yoghurt, but this one is the plant-based collective. It's okay. I don't think I quite like it as much as my normal one, so I'm just gonna have a tablespoon, probably two tablespoons of yogurt in the top. I've also got here lemon water, which I like to drink in the mornings, and a proper cup of tea. This is my only proper cup of tea of the day. After this one, I will drink peppermint tea or like a fruit tea for the rest of the day. So this is really my only hit of caffeine for the day, unless I eat some dark chocolate later on. So I'm just gonna put some oat milk in the top. And that's my breakfast. I'm super excited to eat this now. This morning I got up and I did a yoga workout and then got ready, and now I'm having this. So it is 10 past 10 and I'm just about to dig in to my breakfast. I just wanted to say one really quick thing. I drink this water and I take these supplements. So I've got turmeric with black pepper, which is really good for inflammation. I sometimes get kind of joint pain in my hands, which I don't know what that is, but I don't get it if I take that. And I also take this Cytoplan CoQ10, and that just gives me loads of energy. It's got everything in it that I need. It's got B12, it's got vitamin D, all sorts of bits and pieces. I just think this is a really good one. And I'll take that with the breakfast and water. I'll drink that first, and then afterwards I'll drink my cup of tea. If you drink tea with your food, the tannins, I believe it's the tannins in the tea, can stop you from absorbing the nutrients from your food. So I always like to do the water and the porridge at the same time and then drink the tea afterwards. Just my morning top tip. Right, I'm gonna eat this now because I'm starving. Afternoon. I'm just back in from a really wet dog walk. Check the state of my hair. Total frizz-tastic. It's absolutely pouring out there, and muddy and wet and cold. So I've just come in now and I'm ready to make some lunch. Tomorrow I'm super busy, so I want to be able to make a lunch today that I can quickly heat up tomorrow. So I've got loads and loads of tomatoes left over. So what I thought I would make is this Bosch recipe. It's called Indian spice tomato soup. Picture looks immense. Not too many things in the recipe, and I actually have loads of these already. It's mainly spices, and I've got a pretty extensive spice cupboard. So the only things I really needed were the cherry tomatoes. Sorry, that is my oven making that noise. We really need a new oven. This one is so broken, but obviously we're waiting to get our extension and then we'll get like a whole new kitchen. So we're just dealing with things that are pretty much broken right now. Let me just turn that off for a second. So I thought we'd just make this soup for lunch, and then I've got it for tomorrow's lunch when I've got a really quick break and I can just heat it up. So it sounds good. It's not just your basic tomato soup. It's got like an Indian spice and a bit of a kick to it, which is what I like. So let me show you what I'm gonna do. Okay, to make this soup, all you need to do is chuck some red onions into a pan, give them a little stir up, and into that is going to go some balsamic vinegar. So that I'll put that in there after about 5 minutes, just chuck some in at the end. The rest of the recipe is all done in the oven. On this roasting tray, I've got, well, it's supposed to be 1 kilogram of tomatoes. I only had 750 grams. So you just roast them all up on a tray with a seeded chili there. So I've taken all the seeds out. 2 garlic still in their skins, and loads of spices. Just chucked it all on this tray and put it in the oven for 15 minutes. And all I'm going to do is combine this with this pan of onions once I put the balsamic vinegar in, and then blend it up. It's really as easy as that. So just need to take the skins off these little garlics. You can obviously do this without the chili, but because I've taken the seeds out, it's not going to be too spicy. And here's the pan now. It's got that chili in there, got those tomatoes, those garlics, loads of spices, and I'm just going to do a really rough blend with my stick blender. I've had this for years, Russell Hobbs stick blender. I'm not going to do it until it's perfectly fine. I'm just going to give it a really rough blend. And here we go, lovely lunch of roasted tomato soup with onions and balsamic, a little bit of garlic and a hint of chilli. And I've got myself 2 slices of bagel. I'll probably butter one of those and give it to Mark and just have half a slice myself. But that is perfect because I've got enough left for him and I both for lunchtime tomorrow. Et voila. I'm still sitting here just doing a few jobs, making a few phone calls, and I fancy a little snack. So what I did on Monday, was it Monday? Yeah, I think Monday, was made some of these chocolatey, can you see this? It's better lighting. Chocolate, coconut, mango with lime and chili and salt topping. Little, what do you call that? Chocolatey doodah. That's what my dad would call it, a chocolatey doodah. Basically, I just melted some dark chocolate and mixed it together with some dried mango and some shredded or desiccated coconut. Put them in a little, like tiny little muffin tin, and then topped it with some grated lime, salt and chili flakes. This is delicious. So we've been having one each of these per day. Obviously it's not healthy, but it is absolutely tiny. Like, it's a really, really small amount. So I'm gonna have one of these with a cup of tea just to get me through the afternoon before I make some dinner. This is an Elsa's Wholesome Life Global Vegan recipe. I will leave a link to the cookbook in the description. It's dinner time now. Are you loving the lighting in here? I mean, talk about dark circles. Anyway, not much I can do about that. It's so dark. What is going on with it being so dark? I cannot wait until it's like the spring, summer, when we get those really lovely light evenings. I can remember last year we were like eating our dinner outside on the table outside, and it was like nice warm evenings. I am living for that coming back again. Anyway, this evening we'll be having another cozy night in because, you know, what else is going on at the moment? And I thought for dinner we would have Indian eggplant curry, which is aubergine curry to you and I. This is a recipe from Elsa's Wholesome Life Global Vegan, and obviously she's Australian, so she calls it eggplant and not aubergine. And I just thought that looked really nice, and it's something that I haven't tried before. I've tried loads and loads of the recipes out of this book, and I'm sure it's going to be delicious, as most of the recipes are, but I definitely felt like having something. It feels like it's a takeaway, because that is actually the kind of thing that I would get from an Indian takeaway, aubergine curry, but it's a healthier version. So I thought I would get into this and show you what I am going to do here. These are all the spices. That is garlic, chilies, ginger, turmeric, cumin, mustard seeds, garam masala and salt. And I am going to be using the pestle and mortar to work on that to make it into a paste. That might take a while. And then you can see here I've got my aubergine and onion. This is such an arm workout. Look at how much I've got done. It says a smooth paste. There's still loads of chili in that. Note to self, next time I make this, cut the chili smaller. Okay, I'm calling that done. You can still see some of the chili pieces in there, but that is really gonna do because my arm is knackered. It's like a proper like arm workout. Can I count that as arm day? So that is the curry paste done. So while that's simmering away on the hob, I thought I would talk to you about sides. I went to Morrison's earlier, and I hardly ever go to Morrison's, and they had vegan naan bread, but only the plain one. And this recipe does suggest that it might be delicious with garlic naan bread. So what I've done is I've got the naan bread and I've made like a garlic butter. I just chopped up half a clove of garlic and mixed it with some butter, and I didn't have any coriander, so I just put like a bit of parsley, and I've just spread it on top, and I'm going to put it in the oven. Is that going to be nice? I think so. I hope so. If it's not, I did pick up this side because I was looking for the naan bread, and right next to it, you know, I saw my favourite word, vegan. Yeah, onion bhajis. 6 onion bhajis. There's no way I'm going to cook all 6 of those. I should cook us 1 each, but I might cook us 2, or maybe I'll cook 3 and then we can have 1.5 each, and then there'll be 1.5 to have tomorrow when we have the leftovers. Hopefully there'll be leftovers. Normally for pudding, what I would do is chop up some fruit, have some yogurt, 2 squares of dark chocolate, maybe a little bit of maple syrup or something, some nuts, just to make it like a little pudding. But tonight we're in for a treat because they had these in Morrison's, and look, reduced to £1.80. I couldn't say no. Bramley apple crumble, that's really up Mark Street. I'm a chocolate girl, so if it's anything chocolatey or caramelly, that's my kind of thing. Anything like apple pie, apple crumble, that's really Mark's thing. So I couldn't not get that. And they are in quite small portions. So this is definitely turned into a bit of a treat dinner, to be honest. So yeah, that's what we're gonna have for pudding. I didn't buy any ice cream. We've got a tiny bit of soya cream open, so we might put a little bit of that on the side. Okay, so dinner is served. We've got the garlic naan, so I bought a plain naan and I've put on a garlic butter on the top. These are the onion bhajis from Morrison's, and this is the amazing looking aubergine curry, and I've tried a little bit. It's quite spicy, so if you were going to make this and you're not keen on spice, you could always take out the chilli or make sure that you really fully de-seed the chilli. But this is our dinner tonight. We've just finished the aubergine dinner. What did you think, Mark? Was it any good?
It was really good, very spicy.
Yeah, really spicy, but it was really good. And at the end, I just popped in some coconut sugar, and that sort of took the edge off the spiciness as well. We've just heated up these like little freaks puddings, and I'm gonna put them in a bowl because I don't really want to eat out of the plastic, and then put a little bit of soy cream. There we go. Looks good. So that's it for my what I eat in a day video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got all the way to the end of this video, could you put the salad emoji in the comments if you made it all the way to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at 5'2_eyes of blue. Give me a like, give me a comment, and I will look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.